Hello everybody and welcome back to Borderlands 2. And today, we've got a very long Q&A for you today. I was a little disappointed that I, did this Q&A and basically I did it for like 13 minutes and we got like 5 questions out of the way. So, in the top left, you can kind of see, I'm going to be scrolling through these and we're going to be answering as many questions as we can in the next 45 minutes or so, somewhere around there. So if you like long videos, well, congratulations. You've got one today. So there you go. Anyway, let's just go ahead and just start scrolling through the size and girth. I don't even know what that means, but sure. I'm going to go with I don't know. I'm 6 foot tall. And I don't know. I don't know what you want, man. I don't even know what you're going for here. Anyway, we got a handsome kiddo here. 2 questions. 1, will the second one be answered? Probably not. Probably not going to. And 2, if all the characters in Borderlands 1, Borderlands 2, and TPS and Tales from the Borderlands appeared in Borderlands 3, which one would I end up playing? Well, more than likely, I would go with the tried and true characters that, well, I pretty much know. Also, holy god, this cat mod is amazing. 70% extra damage is ridiculous, and I love it. Alright, cool. That's awesome. Anyway, I'd probably go with the characters that I know. So, probably the first playthrough would probably either be as Krieg or as Salvador. Now again, this is assuming that we actually get the characters that are going to be in there. Granted, maybe we'll have some different ones entirely. I don't really know. So, I can't really answer that. Although, once we actually know what all the characters are going to be, then yeah, I could definitely tell people, like, what exactly I'm going to be playing through as. But, yeah, we don't really know. Anyway, for the next one, we've got, I'd like to see a system in which that mix and match gun parts. You mean Borderlands 1? Yes, I would like to see that. I feel like Borderlands 1 had the better loot system overall because, like, you had more diverse things. You didn't just have the standard set of guns. Like, there are so many variations inside of Borderlands 1, but in Borderlands 2, you pretty much get the same thing. Like, every legendary is pretty much the same inside of Borderlands 2, which is something that I kind of wish wasn't a thing, but, there's not really much that I can do about it, In Borderlands 1, all the legendaries were more or less unique. Here, not so much. Here, not so much. So, yeah, I would definitely like to see a little bit of a mix and match of the loot. Anyway, what is your favorite quest in a series or even for each game? Also, that I know that the and symbol fucks up the hashtag. I know that now, but I'm still keeping this. I'm still keeping this going. All right, that's fine. I'm still gonna keep this as is. I don't even care. We're gonna keep the Borderlands shit broken hashtag Q&A thing. But anyway, my favorite quest. If I had to go over, Probably Mr. Torg. Probably any single quest. Actually, no, there's one in particular that I liked, and it actually came from the pre-sequel. It's the one where you have to destroy the laser weaponry for Mr. Torg. And you have to, like, have this one little thing, like, slide slowly down a little slope there. And the reason I liked it so much was because, well, I was playing with Elegy, and I managed to get him to get knocked off the building, which was awesome. As, killing your friends is great. But anyway, that's what I would say is my favorite quest out of all of the series. That's the one that's the one I'm gonna go with. There are a few here and there, but I mean, I do like the raid boss quest, but that's mostly because I like the raid boss itself, not because there's an actual quest. But hey, whatever. Speaking of which, what is my most liked raid boss? And also, where is Own Raid? I'm still looking for it. Pretty sure it's dead. fairly certain it's actually dead, unfortunately. I don't think I'm going to be able to find it. But the best raid boss that I enjoy the most, Veracitus. Why? Because he's a giant pain in the ass and everyone hates him. When raid bosses first came out, I loved fighting them, and that's actually how my channel ended up starting. I was able to destroy Terramorphous in a variety of ways, and it was great. And I wouldn't say that my videos ended up getting Terramorphous buffed, but he did end up getting buffed, and I still managed to break him pretty fast, and it was a lot of fun. And when Hyperius first came out, it was hilarious because everyone was using the B and conference call combo or what have you, and Hyperius came out and just shit all over everybody. And then I created a few methods that kind of killed him pretty quickly. So I liked it. But when Veracitus came out, there really wasn't much of a cheese strat for Vorak. He was just kind of there. He was just a giant asshole. So I liked that about him. I liked that he was just a hard boss. He just countered everything. It was like, hey, what are you doing? Dying? All right, sounds good. And then Op.8 Veracitus, you know, ended up being a thing, and there was no strategy for him. It was just hope to God he didn't die. Because like there were some ways that you could like prolong the fight back when he first came out, and the difficulty wasn't too high. But once Op.8 came out, it just kind of threw everything out the window. It was like, all right, here you go. This is what you get to deal with now. It's a giant stalker that just harasses you all day. Good luck. So yeah, that's definitely the one that I would say that I enjoyed the most. If we were talking like headhunter bosses, then you've got Cromarax. Cromarax would probably be the second best raid boss, and I mean the one from Borderlands 2, not the one from Borderlands 1. The one from Borderlands 1 was just a giant loot pinata. So yeah, I'm not really a fan of, hey, my entire body is invulnerable. Also, you have to hit one tiny little spot on my back. Please abuse my AI so that you can hit the spot on my back. I've never been a big fan of those kind of bosses. They feel extremely gimmicky. I'd rather the boss just kind of be there and either reflects damage because of a shield that I need to remove, or he doesn't reflect damage. I hate shield reflect as a mechanic for the sake of, you know, you not hitting a boss. Because like let's say you got a boss just like jumping all around you. What exactly am I supposed to do? Huh? I have to hit a pinpoint spot when he's just like going crazy. Jackenstein. So yeah, I don't like those mechanics. Anyway, going on to Dan D now. We've got tips on starting a new YouTube channel, or how did you start off? Did you tell your friends or family? I have no real friends. I don't really go outside or have friends, but I really didn't tell my family at the beginning. No, I just kind of made videos, and then I was just like, hey, I'm gonna make videos on the internet. And they said, okay. That's pretty much it. That's really all there was to it. They didn't really say like, oh my God, you're gonna play video games? I hate that. I want you to become a doctor. So no. But as far as starting a YouTube channel or even starting as a Twitch, I actually get these questions a lot, so I'm gonna go ahead and field this one. All right, so if you're gonna start a YouTube or Twitch channel, here's what you're gonna want to do. Number one, just do it. I'm not talking like Shia LaBeouf, just do it. I mean, literally just go out and try it and see if you even enjoy it. Let's say you do like making YouTube content. Do it every day. Or there's really two ways there's really two versions of YouTube that you can go with here. You can either be the YouTuber that makes content every day, or you can be the YouTuber who takes a lot of time to make, you know, really good looking projects. I, for one, am absolutely terrible at editing. I hate the process. I hate every little bit of the process. I can't do it, man. I cannot stand any bit of editing. I don't know why. I can't. So that's why I don't really do edited videos all that often, because it's really foreign process to me. But anyway, going back to it, You either want to make content every day, or you want to make content... What's the button? Oh, okay, there we go. Or you want to make content in big projects. So find whatever it is you like to do. Then just do it. And realize, and I'm going to be honest here, is that a legendary? Okay. Yeah, sure, dude. Oh, God. I got a conference call. Oh, God. And realize that starting off on YouTube is difficult. I'm just throw this out there. You are literally just shouting out into the wind, I'm a YouTuber. Watch me. So getting started, it's difficult and almost nearly impossible. I'm just going to be honest with you. You're going to see, you know, all these YouTubers that, you know, get started and you're like, I can do that. And then you try and do it. It doesn't work because you've got thousands and thousands of other people doing the exact same thing. So find something that makes yourself unique. Find something that, you know, you can just kind of do. For me, personally, I like going in depth and breaking games, and I like, you know, just having my voice. I thankfully have a good speaking voice. Don't focus so much on gameplay. Focus more on the audio sides of things. I always feel like focusing on your audio is going to be definitely more important than anything else, because if you're not fun to listen to, it doesn't really matter what it is you're going to provide, because it's just going to... Don't use a headset that sounds like I'm... like you're through a drive-through, basically, is what I'm saying. Also, understand what peaking is and things like that. Now, as far as getting started on Twitch and things like that, again, it's kind of the same thing. Find something that you like and stick with it. For me personally, I feel like sticking to one game is the best way to get started. Find a game that you like that has a good community to it and just stream it a bunch. Don't advertise yourself in other channels. This is not how you get started. I saw someone on Twitter, it's like saying, so if you go into someone's chat, let's say you watch a streamer, and you're like, all right, guys, I'm going to go, I have to start my own stream. This is equivalent to going to someone's party and then saying, all right, guys, this was a nice party. I'm going to go start up my own party. You're not necessarily saying, come watch me, but it's rude. Don't do it. Because I know a lot of people are like, oh my god, I got timed out for this. Why? I'm just letting everyone know that I'm streaming. It's like, don't do that. But I'll be honest, like, getting started on Twitch is like 90% luck. Personally, I would, if you're looking to get started, find a streamer, find a community. Be active in that community a lot. People will pick up on that. And occasionally when you stream, you'll have more than just yourself viewing. Also, don't worry about a face cam. Focus on audio and the gameplay looking somewhat decent before you worry about a face cam. I started without that. Now, I've gotten a couple of questions as well as like, hey, I'm looking to make some quick... Shut up. Just shut up. I know that was a controversial topic relative a little bit ago on Twitch. It's like, please don't ever ask for advice on how to make money on Twitch. It is, one, that's not the right way to go about it. Two, just don't. Like for me personally, I didn't add a option to actually tip the stream until 8 months or so, or something like that. It was a couple of months until after that, and that was only because someone actually said like, hey, I would like to tip this. Don't specifically put that out there and set up an overlay of top tip, recent tip, and it's like your second stream. Don't do that, please, for the love of God. Do not do that. I understand that, well, Twitch has basically just made like tipping and all that stuff like a regular thing, but please don't do that. Just see if you even like streaming first before you even think about doing anything like that. Uh-oh. Because I always feel that streaming should be, you should see if you even like it first. You know? That's how you should go about it. See if you even enjoy streaming. If you can do it for a decent amount of time and you start getting viewers, then you can start, you know, thinking about the future. But I want to say that out of the 10,000 partners that are on Twitch, yeah, there's over 10,000 partners. I want to say like 100 of them, maybe even less, can make that like a full-time job. Just to give you a general idea. And that's not even talking like broadcasters. That's just people who are actually partnered and have a sub button on Twitch. But anyway, there's that. Next, what do your parents think? What does your parents and family think about the whole YouTube thing? They're completely supportive of it. When I was a kid and they asked me, what do you want to do? I was like, I want to play video games on the internet. And they said, I don't think that's going to work. And then high school, what do you want to do? I want to play video games on the internet. Because I was a kid and I was just like, yeah, sure, dude. This is totally how this works. Also, where am I turning this in at? Oh, right over here. But yeah, they are fully supportive of it. They like this whole thing. You know, it's interesting. Before you had all these other jobs, and now this is an actual thing. Like entertainment via video games is a real thing. It's still new. Like the whole idea of streaming on YouTube and Twitch, it's still a new concept. It's different, it's fun, and I like it. You know? So there's all of that. But yeah. Super supportive. Anyway. Next one. Did I pre-order Borderlands? No. My first Borderlands, I actually did. So for the first Borderlands 1, I actually found it by accident. I had Borderlands 1 because there's this game shop that had just opened up, and I went there, and Borderlands 1 happened to be on sale for like a ridiculous amount. It was like super cheap. It was like $2 or something stupid. And I was like, yeah, sure, $2, sure, I'll play Borderlands. And then I ended up liking it. I wasn't like crazy over it, but I ended up liking it. And then when Borderlands 2 ended up coming out, I went to the midnight release of it. So I am in a college town, but Borderlands 2 didn't really have that much hype around it on launch day because it was still kind of unknown, you know? It was kind of like a sleeper hit. It was like there, and then it just like blew up. That's kind of like how Borderlands happened. So like this midnight launch, they ordered like all these pizzas and stuff. And they had tacos, pizza rolls, all this stuff, like, you know, your typical, oh yeah, let's party midnight launch. It was me and like 3 other people in the employees. So we just sat around playing Borderlands 2 for about 3 hours, eating pizza and playing Borderlands for about 3 hours until I could eventually leave with the game. And that was like my first impression of Borderlands 2. That's kind of like how it all started. I didn't pre-order it. I just went to the midnight release, and it was like me and 7 people total. And it was a great experience. I loved it. And that's probably what started me off, because like as soon as I left there, I played Borderlands 2 for like 20 hours straight. It was ridiculous. I didn't stop playing Borderlands 2 until I was so physically tired that I couldn't play the video game anymore. That's how much I loved the game on launch. I went all the way to like TVHM, and I was like, oh, I'm so tired. I can't go on. And you know, this wasn't for a stream, this wasn't for YouTube or anything. I just legitimately enjoyed the game so much I didn't want to put it down. That was a fun experience. And that's the first time. It's really the first time I'd played a game for that long. And I was that invested into it, and I just couldn't put it down. I don't think any other game I don't think there's been ever a single game that I've played that I just couldn't put down. And I played it for that long. Well, I guess there's World of Warcraft expansion, but that doesn't count. Okay? We already know I was addicted to World of Warcraft, so that doesn't count. Anyway. Do you think Borderlands 3 will or should be closer to Borderlands 1 loot or last 20 levels? No. We've kind of already gone over this. I prefer the Borderlands 1 loot system. I prefer the Borderlands 2 legendary system. So, like, mix the two. Legendaries felt more unique in Borderlands 2 in terms of their actual weird-ass abilities. And in Borderlands 1, they felt more variable. So, a combination of variable and a combination of, yeah. Noel B, do you have any other hobbies besides gaming? Yeah, actually. I like playing piano. That's like the only other hobby that I really have. I don't really have too many hobbies now because like gaming is basically my life now. This is what I do and I have to I'm constantly busy, but as far as other stuff that I like to do, not really much of like an outdoors kind of person. I've never really been like, you know, I went recently with the family to the zoo, but you know, I'm not a big kind of zoo person. I'm there, you know, spend time with family and not really just for the zoo, but I like piano. That's really it. Slowly learning Japanese. That's not because I like watching anime a lot. That's mostly because I actually really want to visit Japan because it's a beautiful place and I want to go over there. At some point I want to visit Japan just because it's a great culture and I want to go over there and I want to be able to actually somewhat understand what they're saying. I don't want to be I mean I'm still going to be a tourist. There's no way to avoid being the obvious tourist, but I want to, you know, not be like, hey, I don't speak anything. Hi, how you? You know, I don't want to be like that. So those are the two things: piano and learning Japanese. I also like Sudoku. It's like a nice little, it's a nice little thing. Occasionally, I'll start my day off. I'll just do a Sudoku before I do anything. I don't know why. It's calming. It's relaxing. And there's I wouldn't really call it a hobby, but it's something that I like to do in the meantime, probably during Sudoku, is, I guess, listening to, there's like a little app. It's like calm sound. Just rain and thunder. It's nice to listen to. That's pretty much it. That's probably extremely boring, but that's what it is. And there you go. Yeah. Next one is Max Wang. Why does your chat have Cherno emotes? In other words, what do I know about Toho? I mean, I know of it, but I don't really play it. The reason that the Rue Chewbacca is an emote was because I wore a Cherno outfit and I thought it would be funny. And it received a lot of, not really hate from my community, but people just like latched onto it, like, oh my god, you're dressed up as a girl. And it's just like, it caused so much unnecessary, like, oh my god. Please, it's a joke. Please see that this is meant to be a joke. Please stop. It's like, come on, man. It's supposed to be like the, oh, I lost a bet kind of thing. Not like, oh my god, you have way too much time to hate on everything. What the fuck is wrong with your life? Type thing. But yeah, that's why the emote's there. Oh god. We are dying. Grenades out. We're going down. We're going down. But I think BL3 would be better if it's not on Pandora. I would like to see a planet explored a bit more. I don't want to see Pandora ever again. This planet has been explored, mined, and everything. There is nothing else on this planet. I want to see all these other planets. I want to go to, like, I want to have like a giant solar system of planets that we go to. That's what I want to have. So let's make that happen, all right? If we have more stuff on Pandora, it's like, oh, another vault was found on Pandora. It's like, how many fucking vaults are on here? We've been here for 2 games. There are no more vaults. Stop it. I mean, hell, we have another vault from, we've got another vault from Tales from the Borderlands. Like, another vault on Pandora. Jesus, man. Enough with the vaults on Pandora. Let's do the other vaults, okay? Let's go explore a bit more. Ooh, I get Cloud Kill in the next level. That should be fun. Cool. Awesome. I want to see how good that is. Hopefully it's decent. Hopefully it ends up being decent. That is a much better shield. Thank you. We will be taking that. Just realized I have not been updating some of my gear here. All right. Why is your logo on YouTube an AF? Because it's actually an RF. It's an R. And it means Rescue Force. Yeah. Probably not the easiest to see. But that's what we got going there. That's what we have. And yeah. Anyway, let's move on to a couple more here. Let me jump on this elevator real quick here. All right. Gibsuck? Yes. Who is we? Yes. Are loot midgets patched, or do they have a chance to spawn now? They've always had a chance to spawn. If you mean the little box method, then I think that's patched. I'm not entirely sure. What I think of lasers and TPS, and should they return from TPS? Yes. Just give me more unique lasers. That's pretty much it. Am I going to do more Battleborn on YouTube like character guides? Yes, I am. And I want to do character guides, but here's the problem. They need massive changes to the characters. Battleborn, unfortunately, is a little bit unbalanced, and I honestly feel that Battleborn probably could have done a little bit better if it extended its open beta a little bit longer. I kind of feel like it should have had a month-long open beta or something like that, and it should have pushed its launch date to a month after Overwatch, because as it stands right now, Overwatch kind of ate it whole. I understand there's the whole Overwatch versus Battleborn and all that stuff, and that's fine, but it could have used a little bit more time. And there's a lot of balance changes that are coming in the first content patch, because the problem is that the game is, you know, it's meant to be very competitive, but there's a lot of balance issues, and in order to make these changes, they have to go through Sony and Microsoft, and you know, it takes a month to get a patch on the consoles because they have to go through Q&A. And the reason they have to do that is because they can't launch a patch that fundamentally breaks the game. If they do that on Steam, Steam's like, all right, that's fine, go ahead. You know, you can launch a patch on Steam that's like, oh yeah, this totally broke the game, and then like, oh, whoops, and then you can just remove it. You know, if it ends up, you end up, you know, releasing a patch that somehow breaks the console in some way. Well, that's not good. So they have to make sure that's not a thing. It's more of like just making sure Sony and Microsoft have their asses covered by putting a patch on. That's why everything has to be like tested and stuff or something. That's what I'm assuming. That's why I'm assuming there's a month-long process. But anyway, yeah. That's what I'm kind of waiting on. I want to do more Battleborn content. It's just like the campaign was extremely lacking, and I feel like a little too much focus was put on the multiplayer. So I'm kind of waiting. I like the game. Just feel like it needs a little something, you know? I don't know why you're looking over there. Do I have aim assist on? I shouldn't. That was really weird. That was really, really weird. Anyway, next one. Will I ever do One Life again? Yeah, I actually will. I'll be doing One Life when I actually end up live streaming again. I want to do another run of the One Lives because it was a lot of fun and I kind of enjoyed it. So, you know, I did it for months on end. Why not do another One Life? So yes, you will expect more One Lives on the Twitch channel if that's something that you enjoyed. There will be more of that. All right, let me grab all this. I guess we should kind of kill everything. Everything's level 15, and I'm still using a bad or not really necessarily bad. What level is this? 8? Still using a level 8 SMG on these enemies. Probably should find a better one. least I got my infinity. Alright. Come here, Needle Stalker. We still kind of got this. We've got this conference call. Do I think that there will be space travel? Could it be like Mass Effect or just like space travel in general? I think there's going to be multiple planets, and I hope they don't go too big. You know, I want every planet to feel like, you know, it's unique, but not at the same of like, oh, there's like 80 million planets. They're all bland as shit, but they're there. You know, I don't want any of that. So I would like to see multiple planets, but I hope they don't go too crazy with it, that there's not enough focus on each of them. All right. Just in case you're still accepting questions. Oh, God. First, which of the above hashtags is correct? Let's see. Neither of them. Let's see. What's after this? Second, regarding features, what do I think of weapon customization, weapon scrapping? You say you get an infinity and you want to scrap it. You can keep the base infinity and then all the components of the gun, Jacob scope, etc. I would like to think that you're making Fallout 4 gun modding in a sense, which I don't think this game needs gun crafting. I know a lot of people want gun crafting, but I really don't feel like... I feel like if we were able to craft our own guns, that would kind of ruin a little bit of the game. But that's just my personal thoughts on it. I would like to see a crafting system in general, yes, but not for guns. I'd like to see a side thing. Maybe some special, I don't know, armor pieces that we could make for each of our classes, or something to that effect. But I don't want to be able to craft guns. I like the idea of just loot. Because then it's going to become a lot of like, oh, I got to pick up a thing from this guy and then pick up an arm from over here. I don't like that. Nah, man. Nah, we're not going to. I'm not going to go with that. Where's the surveyor at? Is he under the map? I don't know where he went. Huh. Oh, well. Oh, well. I think that people should exist in the harmony of lizards. Are we still hissing? Hissing in 2016? Come on. Would you like to see the cryo element return in Borderlands 3? We've kind of gone over this before, but yes, I would like to see it return. I don't want to see slag return. Slag is just ugh. Do I think they'll bring back Atlas? I would like them to bring back Atlas. It would be a hell of a lot better than Bandit. So yeah, I'd be okay with that. Who do I think the main villain of Borderlands 3 is going to be? A spoon. Will I ever play with Goth again? Oh. What is the most fun that you've ever had in the world of Borderlands? Will it be playing? And will I be playing with subs in the future? Yes, I'll be playing with my subscribers in the future. I try and get as many people into my games as I can, but obviously I can't get everyone. So I'm sorry about that. Where's the where is the constructor that's supposed to be right here? Excuse me? But anyway, the whole having fun thing was already kind of answered. Alright. Why do you call your subscribers in Twitch the Rescue Force? I mean, I'm just kind of stuck. I didn't really have a name to welcome you to, so it was like, welcome to the Rescue Force. Welcome to the Rescue Farce. Welcome to the Resting Force. The reason I like Force is because you can easily interchange that to something else. Like if nothing's happening, welcome to the Sleeping Force. Something stupid like that, you know? Oh my god, I didn't hit the fast travel. Do you have a flip phone? No. What is your favorite character and least favorite character in all of Borderlands games, and your favorite weapon, least favorite of all games? My least favorite character of all the games probably would have to be Nisha, I would say, mostly because I don't like her action skill or her tree in general. It has nothing to do with the actual character. I like the character, but the action skill is just like, oh boy. Auto-aiming. Ugh. Yay. Cool. Ito. Yup. That's my thoughts on it. I just don't like the action skill. I know, right? I'm sure everyone's going to say, oh, wasn't Claptrap your least favorite? No. I don't like Nisha. I don't know why. I don't like Nisha's action skill, man. Most favorite, Krieg. I've never had any more fun than Krieg. He's just the best character in every Borderlands game ever. Just because of how crazy he is. I like the whole, being close to the brink of death and all of that. I wonder how many people are yelling at me to go hit this fast travel. And if you've been watching the Q&A for this long, your message that you need to put in your comment is, God damn it, the fast travel. That's it. Just that. Anyway, least favorite and most favorite weapon. My least favorite weapon, probably pretty much any Seraph weapon that's ever happened outside of the Interfacer and the Omen. Because the Actualizer and the Ahab and all that other stuff, it's just like, oh my god. This is the worst stuff I have ever seen. This is pure garbage. Why is this even a loot? Why is this even a single loot? Most favorite, Norfleet is broken. I love it. Or maybe the Boom. It's a toss-up. It's a toss-up between the Boom because it's actually a really good, just straight-up rocket launcher, and it's also amazing for rocket jumps. So yeah, somewhere around there. What new projects do you have planned in the future? Just none. I don't have projects. I don't really have anything big planned for the channel. I just kind of go. Everything is mostly based on the Twitch. If I'm doing a lot on Twitch, then it's going to be basically that. YouTube is mostly centered around Borderlands and whatever happens to hit my fancy at the time. Which right now, it's Isaac and Borderlands. That's pretty much my YouTube channel for right now until something else hits my fancy. I don't really feel like uploading my Twitch streams of my Doom speedruns that I've been doing. Although I probably should upload at least one of them at some point. Because I've been having a lot of fun, speedrunning those games. So maybe we'll see that. Have you ever gotten a 94% sham? The highest legitimate sham that I've gotten is 90. I think it's like 91 or 93. I forget which one it is. It's in the 90s though. That's the highest sham I've ever gotten. I've never gotten a legitimate 94% sham, but that takes an ungodly amount of farming. So, yeah. And it's actually funny. I think I got the sham when I was looking for a different weapon entirely. So that's kind of funny. It's funny to me. Do you want to land? Thank you. There we go. Will I do Danganronpa with Elspeth at any time soon? We both have our own schedules, so I mean, no plans for it right now. I'm not going to say no, but I'm not going to say yes, What a pseudo gun merge mechanic in Borderlands 3 interests me. Something merging like a lady fist with a % chance to put bonus damage onto a new gun permanently. Now, we talked about no gun crafting, okay? We did talk about no gun crafting, but the idea of maybe, like, permanently merging a gun together, like actually putting a gun inside of another gun, thinking about it that way, I kind of like that idea. So, maybe? I would say that would definitely be an alright idea. Like, let's say you find a good legendary, but you like this other one. So maybe you can, like, toss on over the gun. You can, like, merge the gun, and you can get a small passive effect. Let's say you get a Moxie gun that heals you, and you want to merge that with another gun. Now, I'm not saying you should carry over the full heal effect, but maybe, like, if you merge a Moxie gun into your favorite legendary, rather than just being a % damage, like every kill you heal for 5% of your health. Because you, not necessarily because it was like that gun in particular, but because it was a Moxie gun, you'll get heals on kills. I think that would be a pretty easy way to balance it to where it didn't, become incredibly stupid, but a way that, it would make it interesting. So yeah, I like the idea of merging guns like that. I like the idea of merging some guns. So you know what? I'm all for it. But anyway, that is going to go ahead and be the end of today's video. I would like to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this Q&A, do me a favor, go ahead and hit the like button. We'll be doing another Q&A on, what is today? Today is Thursday. So we'll do the next Q&A on Monday. All right? So I would like to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video again, do me a favor, hit the like button. If you enjoy the series, do me a favor, subscribe if you have not already, and I will catch you on the next one, everybody. I made this one a nice 40-minute long episode because I know I haven't been uploading as much Borderlands, and that's because I've been a little busy on my live stream. It's a little hectic to try and balance between the live stream and the YouTube side of things, but anyway, want to make sure you all get some content on over here. Anyway, I'm going to catch you on the next one, everybody. Later.